player a chance to win, and you're able to pay them, chances are very good you're able to keep that player. And I think that is definitely going to – Skubal, he's no dummy.
He's not, but I'll just give you the quote, and I want to know from you, what do you take from this? And if you want to chime in, you can go on the Facebook Live for the show now that we're getting
you can do that
now that we're getting our you-know-what together. Or I guess you can call the station and, we can just have Nick relay the message to us.
Hi, guys. They all say you're kind of idiots. Well, yeah, we already knew that, Nick. Thanks.
Yeah, you're not telling us anything new, bud.
Or if you just want to get a Facebook Live and leave a laugh emoji, we'll know exactly what you mean.
Whichever. So here's the quote from Skubal. I just don't think it does any good to come out and say anything about what's going on. If something changes, I might comment on it, but it doesn't do any good, so I'm going to keep it to myself, to my agent, and to the front office. I'm very happy playing here. I like our coaching staff. I like our team. But there is a business side to the game that is much different than the playing side.
He's just playing the game. We've heard this so many times. I mean, we're all kind of on pins and needles because he is the pitcher for the Detroit Tigers.
Yes.
So naturally, anything could be slightly construed as that he wants to leave. Oh yeah, that's going to have us, quaking in our boots. But I don't know. I mean, give him a chance to win, especially if they make the playoffs, make a deep playoff run, maybe make it to the World Series. He's re-signing, and if Chris Ilitch is willing to pay him. But if they make it to the World Series, someone tells me those purse strings are going to be more than loose.
I'm sure they're going to be somewhat loose to an extent, but I don't know if they're going to be loose enough, unfortunately. That's what I worry about.
Do we know a number, ballpark, no pun intended, figure what he's asking for?
10 years, $400 million, give or take.
10 years? How old is he?
He's, I believe, 29. But, by the time his contract currently is up, because remember, we have him signed through the end of next season.
So, wow, okay, so
you're
11
talking
years
about,
from now.
Correct. He's 28 right now. He'll be 29 at the end of next season when you sign, presumably when he signs that contract or starts at least his playing free agency.
So, what was the dollar amount again?
You're probably looking at close to $400 million. You're paying Garrett Cole, Clayton Kershaw money. There's no way around that.
He is a good pitcher. He really is. But I mean, do you see too many 40-year-old pitchers that are making that kind of money and earning it?
Well, it's not about the immediate what you're getting. What you're going to be getting paid then. It's like you're paying then for based on past performance, essentially.
Right.
You're getting your value out of the first 5 or so years of that deal. That's traditionally how that goes.
Right. Okay.
So that it's not much like the Miggy deal. Like you paid to have him be a Tiger for life and have him for the prime of his career, and then you're paying for him on the back end to not be as good. But you know what?
That's to parade him around.
Them's the breaks. That's what you did to make sure that you were going to have him when you really needed him.
Well, you know what? I mean, if they've got 1, maybe 2 World Series championships in that time, when he's 40 years old and he's hanging them up, you know what? Good. All right, Skubal, thank you very much. We appreciated you.
The problem is, that some big money team, whether it's the Dodgers or the Yankees, is going to go and attempt to sign him.
Sure.
And they're going to be able to throw a lot more money at him than you are. And what I'm taking from this is you're not getting any preference whether or not he's, winning something here or not. He's what I'm interpreting, my reading of the tea leaves for whatever it might be worth.
Sure.
Is that he's a goner at the end of this season, and you better get as much out of him now as you can in the next season or two, because when that contract expires at the end of next year, it's bye-bye Skubal. He's following the money. And I simply don't believe that you can offer the same money that, say, the Yankees can. Not even that you can't, I don't believe that you will. I don't believe that you'll offer the same money. You're not going to offer him Yankees money, because there's going to be a team that's going to just wickedly overpay for him.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be them, or maybe the Dodgers, or possibly the Red Sox, maybe, I guess.
Oh, don't even nary the thought.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of I like to fancy myself a bit of a realist when it comes to these things. And I'm just not convinced that you're going to be able to match that dollar amount. He's not going to take a less or comparable to sign with you. It's, most money is going to win here. That's just how it's going to be. And as a result, I feel like you have to, it brings upon a sense of urgency And I do want to talk a little about that. Maybe we'll do that in the next segment, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
About the urgency, really, of all 4 of your local teams.
Oh, boy.
But as of right now, the way I'm seeing it, the tea leaves are telling me, the Magic 8 Ball's saying to me, yeah, he's leaving at the end of the contract. There's no way around that. I don't see it. I don't think there's any way that happens. As much as I would love it, as much as I want him to be a Tiger for life, and I do, I just simply am not finding myself able to believe that that's how it's going to shake out. They're going to ask for him and his agent, Scott Boras, are going to ask for more money than the Tigers can afford.
Well, they're going to
again, not afford. I keep saying afford like Chris Illich can't afford to spend the money.
Well, I guess we could take back some bottles.
It's can spend the money and willing to spend the money, and I'm quite frankly not sure when it comes to the latter what we're really looking at. So with that in mind, I think this has to be your window. Like your World Series window is between now and the end of 26.
Agreed.
That's it. This season, next season. That's what it is.
Agreed.
Unless you somehow swing a trade for like Chris Sale, who has been rumored to be on the market, and that would give you a legit 2 aces in your lineup, in your rotation. I fear that is not going to be the case, though. But we can pause here real quick because I do want to actually kind of play this into a broader Detroit sports issue, I guess.
Okay.
We'll do that, and of course, we'll give you the full rundown on what's all going on out here at the Sandusky Thumb Festival. We are live we're live at the beverage tent, the Fireman's Beverage and Entertainment tent, and there will be plenty of entertainment going on this afternoon, not just a couple of us bozos. Rebel Line will be playing tonight. The Stein Holding Contest is at 7, and there's beer. What more do you need? We got beer.
I'm proud to say that I was the first beer sold in this beer tent.
I believe I was the second.
Yep.
I will. We can take that as the badge of honor that for us it is. So we'll talk about that a little bit coming up. I have an issue of our time of sorts on the other side. Maybe we'll give away some fun and fabulous prizes. Who knows? If we get some patrons at the tent, if the rain doesn't scare everyone away, remember, 0% chance of rain inside the beer tent. It is Happy Hour, the voice of the thumb, WMIC 660 and 95.3 FM. So I talked a little bit in the opening segment about Tarik Skubal. We are, by the way, live at the Sandusky Thumb Festival Fireman's Beverage and Entertainment tent. We'll be out here for the normal duration of the show. Yeah. Maybe a little bit later if Eddie and Adam are up for play-by-play of the Stein Holding competition.
Which you are entering. We've been training Rocky style for the last 6 months.
Doing my 12-ounce curls,
It's time
man.
for you to shine, Rock.
I feel good about it. I do. But I have a question for you as far as our local teams in relation really to the Skubal stuff.
Okay.
The urgency at which our teams are currently operating, or not operating, perhaps. I have a question for you, and I'll let you go ahead and give them to me in the order that you think.
Okay.
Which of your 4 local teams here should right now be the most urgent as far as making moves towards playoff wins, championships, whatever you want to call it? Rank them from 1 to 4. Which team should be, 1 being most urgent, should be making the most moves, should be on the phone as we speak, and 4 being, okay, you can afford to hold off a little bit?
Number 1 is the Detroit Tigers. We talked about it. I mean, their window is now. I mean, and to keep Skubal, you got to be able to show him that we're a competitive city. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the Detroit Red Wings. I mean, Yzerman has run out of slack with all the fact that he's Stevie. He's the captain. He's number 19. Now it's like, okay, now you're the GM. Get to work. Get us back to the playoffs. His seat needs to be feeling a little warm. And the way he's getting like real snippy with the press shows me that he's getting a little toasty.
Shows me that he's pretty secure in the job, honestly.
Third is the Pistons. It's been a while since they've been shown any kind of competitiveness. They did really well last season.
All right, let's try this again. Let's see if that worked. Well, I guess we'll know if it worked here in a moment. because I'll be getting a text from Nick that everything is just a disaster. Yeah. All right. Nick says we're good. All right, so just in case we missed it, recap your in order, your urgency index for our 4 teams.
Most urgent to least urgent: Tigers,
correct.
Red Wings, Pistons, Lions.
All right, mine is in a slightly different order. I think all the bottom 3 are a completely different order.
Okay.
My top is absolutely the Tigers because you have until the end of next season to get it done because your ace is leaving. And if you want to go out and get Chris Sale, I wouldn't hate it. Go out and get that back because you need to be able to compete now because this is when your window is open. But you need to make a few moves to be that competitive, to have that. I know you're the best team in baseball right now by record. There's no doubt about that. You're the first team to 50 wins. I can't take that away from you. But I will say that despite that, you do have to make a few moves before I can really say that you can take the Dodgers in a 7-game series, for example. Before I can really say you can take the Yankees in a 7-game series. There are moves that need to be made. And that's why I put the Lions number 2 here. Because, yes, your window is right now as well. Your personnel, your roster is a lot closer to being a championship roster than the Tigers is at this point.
Yeah.
The Tigers, you need at least one more starter, a couple bullpen guys, a third baseman, a good solid right-handed bat. The Lions, maybe you'd like another edge opposite Aiden Hutchinson, because I don't trust Marcus Davenport because he's been broken for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But other than that, you have all the pieces. Offensively, you have all the pieces. The O-line, I feel fairly confident in. Christian Mahogany showed last year he'll be able to fill that position that Kevin Zeitler is leaving behind. Obviously, you're losing Ragnow, but I think that between Ratledge and Glasgow, you're going to be able to put together a competent, maybe even top 10 O-line still. Your D-line doesn't need a whole lot. Like, the basic pieces, maybe a nice luxury here, too. Like I said, I want Trey Hendrickson still, but most of your pieces are there. Yep. You have more or less a ready-made roster that should be a Super Bowl contender this year. So that's why my urgency level as far as making moves is less than the Tigers. Competitive window is the same, but the ability of your current roster to contend is more, I think, for the Lions. Number 3, your Detroit Red Wings, because you are nowhere near contending as of right now. There are a lot of moves that need to be made. And quite frankly, 7 years now, we're going into year 7 of the Yzer plan. It's time for Yzerman to start actually looking like he cares. Quite frankly, if there were any urgency in Detroit, you wouldn't be drafting 13th tonight. In fact, you wouldn't be drafting in the first round at all. Quite frankly, Noah Dobson would currently be a Detroit Red Wing if the urgency was there. But
look,
Montreal got him instead.
Montreal gave them everything.
They gave him 2 first-round picks and a fourth-line guy. Whatever. You could have matched that. You're telling me that they wouldn't have taken, say, your number 13 and a Comfer and a prospect of some sort. I don't care which one it is, whether it's Nygaard or Danielson or whoever. Like you're telling me you couldn't, or Berggren. You're telling me you wouldn't have taken Berggren, Comfer, and 13?
That's what it sounded like the package deal was. Apparently, it wasn't sweet enough for them to.
Should give them a first round next year because Lord knows you're not going to make the playoffs this year. Wouldn't have mattered. Would have been fine. But they are the furthest away from contention right now, and into year 7 of a rebuild, it's time to start showing some urgency because you're already starting to lose the fan base so much. You're already showing that at this point, you can't, your fans are already saying, we've already given up on this team. People are giving up on next season, and we haven't had the draft yet. How is there not more urgency there?
I don't. Oh, because haters are going to hate. They love hating.
I'm the best at it, but that's not the point.
You read the comment section of any post, and it's just the haters come out strong. I agree that there's going to be some urgency with the Detroit Red Wings.
I don't know if there's going to be. I think there needs to be.
There needs to be, absolutely. I'm just still on the fan base.
You're a Steve bot, I know. I understand.
I am in the Yzerman trust we plan or plan we trust.
I know. It's like looking at that Wing Wheel Facebook page. Like every day, it's like just nothing but character slander against Jake Wallman. Oh, he's a locker room cancer. He's this, he's that. Show me literally any report from any actual veritable media source that confirms that Wallman was just a bad guy in the locker room, and I'll accept it. But it's like we're just throwing this guy into the bus and saying, oh, he's garbage. Well, the Edmonton Oilers, who just had, you'll remember, they played in the Cup Finals, didn't think he was garbage enough to give a first-round pick for him. So I don't want to hear it. Now, number 4, and the reason I put the Pistons 4 is because no one expected this. You weren't supposed to go from last year being one of the maybe 10 worst basketball teams that have ever been fielded to being all of a sudden a playoff team to taking the New York Knicks pretty, taking them down to the wire a little bit. Like maybe you didn't force a 7-game series or anything, but you really kind of put the fear of God into them a little bit.
Yep.
And when you look at next year, Jalen Brunson's missing time. Tyrese Halliburton's out for the year for the Pacers. The Celtics are going to be missing some key players, and I think are going into blow-up mode. They just traded Porzingis to somebody. I don't even remember who. Giannis is talking about potentially, there was talk that he was going to be on the move from Milwaukee. Like, the East is wide open next season. And honestly, you don't need to make a whole lot of moves to really be a competitive team for the long term. You're just now coming in, you're having your coming out party as a team to be taken seriously, to be respected in the Eastern Conference again. I don't feel like the urgency is there to make a big splash play right now, in part because I don't know that there's a whole lot of those left to be had. Like, I don't think that you're going to be able to make that big move for an impact player anyway this season, so you don't have to go all in right this second. You have a few years. You can go and, make some moves at the deadline. You can go do some things elsewhere. It's like, it's going to be fine. We don't really have to worry right now that if they don't win this season, they're never going to have a chance again. You could make just a couple particularly shrewd moves and still maybe even make a conference finals run this year.
Yeah.
Like I said, the East is weak. There's been a lot of injuries that have plagued the Eastern Conference just in this playoffs alone. So I don't feel like the urgency is there to go and do a bunch of crazy stuff, either in free agency, because there ain't much, or the deadline. So that's why they're 4th. Even though I feel they're closer to that big, to a title run than the Red Wings are at current pace. But it doesn't mean I don't think the Wings shouldn't be more urgent. So, that's where I come down. And feel free to tell me if I'm wrong. Hit us up on the St. Like Broadcasting Facebook page. Let us know. Or, stop down here at the beer tent and tell me just how wrong I am. That's fine. I enjoy that sort of thing. It's kind of the most fun part of this whole bit, really. But before we... because we are coming up on the top of the hour, which means that Nick Lean will be standing by and doing local news and things. I do want to do a quick rundown, though, of all the stuff that's happening tonight here in lovely downtown Sandusky for the Thumb Festival. Of course, the beverage and entertainment tent is open tonight until midnight. It will be out on South Elk Street, you'll notice, because 19 is closed, south of 46. Out directly, conveniently in front of the St. Like Broadcasting World headquarters because, come on, radio DJs and booze go together like radio DJs and booze, man. Can you think of a more iconic pairing? I cannot. So show up for that. That's going on until midnight tonight. The Stein Holding Contest happens at 7. I'm planning on, just putting my arm to the test there. A live band. A band that I know I've seen live a few times. I think you have. Rebel Live. They play down Lapeer fairly frequently, so I think you and I have seen them at the Hitching Post
at least once.
They do a pretty good mix of classic rock and country. It's a lot of your bar band favorites, crowd pleasers. They're a dance floor kind of band. They'll have something for you. If you don't like what they're playing, this time, wait for the next song. I guarantee you'll find something to like with Rebel Line. Then tomorrow, you've got the cornhole tournament going on. I believe that's going on inside the beer tent. Doesn't say what time that is. Oh, Eddie apparently does know exactly when all the things are. The lawn chair music series going on at the courthouse lawn tonight. The Motor City Wranglers. Not familiar with them. I'm sure we'll be able to hear them from down here, though. That's going on at the Sandusky Courthouse lawn starting at 7 o'clock tonight. Hopefully weather holds out for that. Tomorrow, cornhole tournament. horseshoe tournament going on in the beer tent as well. And two live bands. Blue Sky Riley is bringing her band out to play. And, yeah, we play her country stuff on sessions. But she's got a rock and roll side, a very 90s alternative and grunge side.
Oh, yeah.
And as we saw at the last Sessions concert series over at the Hitchin' Post. So that'll be coming up at 6 o'clock tomorrow, followed by the Rock Show at 9. And Eddie has had nothing but good things to say about them. I know he's planning on sticking around for them. Like, we're already talking, like, one of us is going to be crashing on Nick's futon, I have a feeling, tomorrow night. Like,
does Nick know?
He's not going to be here. It'll be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So all of that going on tomorrow, and the beer tent will be open from 11 a.m. till midnight, so you can start your drinking early because, as you know, if you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. In the meantime, stick around. Nick Lean is standing by with your local news headlines coming up after ABC News covers the world at 6 o'clock on WMIC AM and W237 QFM Sandusky. It is Happy Hour live from the Sandusky Thumb Festival here on the Voice of the Thumb, WMIC 660 and 95.3 FM. Hanging out in the Fireman's Beverage and Entertainment tent until 7 o'clock tonight. And realistically, for me, it's probably going to be a lot later than that because I'm crashing in Sandusky this evening.
Sorry, Sandusky. He's your problem now.
Yep, you got to deal with me tonight. All sorts of fun stuff going on across downtown Sandusky this evening. The Motor City Wranglers playing over on the courthouse lawn beginning at 7 o'clock. And then later on here tonight, you've got, after the Stein holding contest, after our show, of course, you'll have Rebel Line taking the stage starting at 9. And that should be a good show all the way around. Those guys are, they're tight. They play all the good crowd please and stuff. Like, you're going to find something you like in their set list, I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All that's going on, and Adam and I actually just scarfed down some grub from Nikki's Kitchen. They're located at the south end of the beer tent by the entrance. He just had their burrito?
Oh, I'm not even done with it. I'm eyeing what I've got left. That burrito was huge.
It looked pretty massive.
It's amazing.
And their tacos are pretty substantial as well, and I do not in any way, shape, or form regret that decision, but man, I'm looking at that thinking, I may be going back for seconds later.
It's good. It's really good.
Might have to, man. So all that stuff going on today. Then tomorrow, you've got a couple different things going on. You've got ball tournaments going on, the kickoff breakfast going on under the beverage tent from 7 a.m. until 11. You got the Thumb Health and Fitness Challenge at 9 a.m. $30 to enter that. All proceeds donated to Eva's Place. Friends of the Library used book sales going on from 9 till 1 over at the library. The A's Sweets and Treats food truck will be out until 1 o'clock that afternoon over on South Elk Street. The Antique Tractor Show at 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. sponsored by our good friends at Tri-County Equipment. The Kids Tractor Pull from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Also brought to you by our friends at Tri-County Equipment. The two-man golf invitational begins at 10 a.m. over at the Woodland Hills Golf Course. That's you guys have fun with that. You two are the guys who enjoy golfing out of this operation.
I like watching it.
I am all good. I'm good to be a spectator or be the guy who's drunk driving the golf cart. One of the two. Dunk tank going on in the Eharts parking lot from 1 until 3 tomorrow. I believe our own Eddie Fury going to be taking a dip in that.
Are you getting the dunk tank, Eddie?
Maybe.
I said dunk tank, not drunk tank.
I'm not playing. That's why I have a hotel room here, because I'm not going to the drunk tank tonight. American Legion Poker Run going on starting at 11 a.m. over the Sand County Jailhouse parking lot. Of course, Horseshoe Tournament tomorrow here in the beverage tent at noon. Cornhole Tournament at 6. And during that same time, our good friends Blue Sky will be playing from 6 until 9.
Yeah, there we go.
Playing maybe some of their country hits, maybe plenty
they do a
of
nice
their
mix.
90s alternative and grunge. They really seem to have gravitated toward that stuff, and I love that for them. I really do. And then at 9, the Rock Show, who Eddie keeps telling me, these guys are awesome. You got to stick around for them tomorrow. And, well, I might just have to take him up on that, I think. So that's all going on this weekend. And then the fly-in breakfast at the Sandusky Airport going on Saturday from 7 till noon. And the Thumb Festival Parade on Sunday begins at 1. I believe Eddie's the Grand Marshal this year. Congratulations on that, Fury.
Good job, Eddie. Wow, look at you.
Look at him go. Just all over the place this weekend. So all that stuff going on. And then you have the couple of us idiots here for another 40 minutes or so.
Yep. Come by and say hi.
Please do. So we've been talking a little bit of Tigers, of course.
Yep.
The Tarik Skubal comments that I mentioned earlier in the program, as well as the kind of the Detroit Sports Urgency Index. But we are officially halfway through your Detroit Tigers season. Yes. A little more than halfway, in fact. And I have a question, and I have a feeling you're gonna probably have a different answer than I am.
Okay.
Your biggest surprise from this season thus far, and Eddie, you can join in on this too. You can grab the mic. Biggest surprise from the Tigers season, with the caveat that not Javy. Javy doesn't count because that is everybody's biggest surprise. So you can't use that one.
Well.
What is your next biggest surprise so far from this Tigers season?
Losing Job.
That was not a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, especially since he was on my fantasy team. So.
Was he? Oh, man.
Oh, you took a hit on that one, eh?
During 2-start pitch week, too. So
oh, no.
That hurts, yeah. 51 wins right now. We're just as good as the Dodgers, although the Dodgers swept us to open the season, but look what we did since then. You know?
Yes.
We've lost hardly any series since.
So we are right now, the best team in the American League?
Correct.
Dodgers, thanks to Show and I hitting another freaking home run last night.
Oh, Tani.
Yeah,
he just keeps doing it, man.
Yep. So they got 51 wins, I do believe, too,
correct.
as well. So.
Yes, as of right now, the Tigers have 51 wins, which is the best. We tied for best in MLB with the Dodgers.
Yeah, and I get a swap shop caller who always looking for those Detroit Tigers memorabilia stuff. He's always asking me every week, once a week, he goes, have you got your World Series tickets yet? So I goes, I'm not getting them yet. Hang on there,
Well, do you have any memorabilia from the 1984 Tigers? Do you remember when they won the World Series in 1984?
Yes, yeah.
It was so great.
Yes.
Sean did. Oh, that's right. You weren't born yet.
Yes.
Go play in the middle of M46. What'd you hear about?
My Uncle Wally still has probably the newspaper of the Free Press or the news
Sean,
when they were separate entities.
It was kind of like the internet, but it was on paper.
Adam, unlike you, I do know how to read.
Rectangular, I know what I still get a delivery of some papers out there.
If the dog pees on the rug, you roll it up.
But my Uncle Wally.
Like we do with you when you spill your beer in the studio. Got it.
Exactly. He's a
bad Adam.
So my Uncle Wally still has the actual newspaper with Kirk Gibson.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The Bless You Boys?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Iconic picture.
And I think he took it down once he kept seeing us kids as we got older as teenagers eyeing it into the 90s,
This one's going to come up missing.
But he's just go walking out of here one day. Guarantee it.
And I think he might have the whole team of baseball cards. He's an avid baseball collector now.
Nice. Oh, wow, okay.
He may have, all the Tigers every year since then.
Somewhere I have a ball that's signed by most of the 87 club. I'd have to go dig that out.
Nice.
Whoa.
Verify all of that stuff.
Now I'm looking for the Logan Paul card, WWE card.
Of course, you're a wrestling guy. I forget this. So your big surprise is that they're leading the AL right now. Adam, biggest surprise this Tiger season?
The biggest surprise is they let us hang out during opening night.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. The fact that they're on pace for a 100-win season is fantastic, considering this time last year we had them written off. I've said this many times on the show.
Really?
This time last year, we thought they were garbage. Let's wait till next year. And then all of a sudden, August comes around, and they're winning games. Next thing you know, they're in the playoffs, and they're doing well in the playoffs. And we were just praying against hope that they would keep that momentum going in the season. Safe to say, with a few exceptions, they have done just that.
I think I made the bold prediction last year for Tigers opening day with Sam Broadcasting that they would inch their way into the playoffs. Wild card, at least.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they sure did.
Yeah. So,
my big surprise then, and I'm really kind of torn between two here, because there's been a lot of good stories here with this team, particularly on the offensive side of things. I think my biggest surprise is that Dylan Dingler has established himself as the starting catcher of this roster, and it's not even close. Like he's somehow hitting almost 270 at the plate, eight home runs already on the year. My secondary, my runner-up biggest surprise here was Zach McKinstry. Could you tell me you thought he was going to be hitting 277 at this point in the season?
No, but I'm glad he does because
you live for the chance to spite me.
Yes, very much.
You love it. You love everything about it, and I hate you for him.
Jim Alt also, he'll elbow me. He's like, McKinstry.
I know. We're going to start getting McKinstry updates on Swap Shop, I'm sure, just to really double, triple down on all of this. I'm just for it.
And he's got a baseball name, too. Dinkler.
That is true. But Dinkler has to be, because he wasn't even expected to be anything more than like a guy who starts 1 or 2 games a week at the start of this season. Like Rogers was the guy. He went down, and all of a sudden, Dinkler just started hitting. He's getting consistently on base. He's getting on base, I believe, at a 300 clip, and he's, one of your more really reliable offensive weapons in the lineup. Also, Torque going from we thought he wasn't going to make the team on spring training to 17 bombs this season.
Yep.
There's no shortages of surprises that have come out on the offensive side of things for your Tigers this season.
Are you more surprised about Tiger bats or pitching this year?
Nothing has really surprised me with the pitching. Skubal is always going to be Skubal.
Right, look what he did this past week, though. Yeah, he gave us some runs, but look what the Tigers did. Hey, don't worry, buddy.
Right.
We'll hit some home runs.
Mize has been good when we've had him. Flaherty, I mean, he's been kind of up or down. That's maybe a little bit of a depressing surprise, but I'm not surprised for the most part by the pitching. I'm not even really surprised that the offense has, or that the bullpen has kind of regressed a little bit. Like, you weren't going to be able to expect to get the same kind of performances out of guys like Brant Herter, Tyler Holt, and Bo Brieske as you did last year. And yet, still somehow pitching chaos seems to be working more often than not. I don't know how, but it is. But no, the offense has been the far bigger surprise to me because I figured, okay, it'll be Green, it'll be Kerry Bonds, and that's going to be what carries this thing until Vierling and Parker Meadows get back. As it turns out, no, it was not that. Like, it's been a very much all the way around a really just solid effort from everybody. Like, Dingler's contributed. Torque has had hit with some power. Gleyber Torres has really come through and shown that he deserves a spot on this roster. Like, you really, truly had, and not even to mention Baez, who, wait, how is this man hitting 289 still? He's playing every position at, like, Gold Glove caliber. None of this makes sense, and I love every bit of it. I never thought in my wildest dreams, like, I expected the team to be good. I expected them to make the playoffs. I expected even an ALCS appearance. Did not expect what we've got. Now let's see if they can shore it up. Maybe add another pitcher or two. Maybe add a third baseman. A good right-handed bat.
Yep.
I'd be happy with those things, and we can kind of go from there. But right now, I feel pretty good about things, all things considered. A lot of pleasant surprises, certainly all the way around. And now we're out live at the Sandusky Thumb Festival at the beer tent, hanging out with you for the next about 30 minutes or so. I believe we're going to try and corral Todd Hillman over here from Elk Street Brewery to talk about what's all going on under the beer tent, what he's got going on in Elk Street. I want to know what kind of beer is getting put out here for this thing.
Ooh.
So we'll talk about all that stuff and much more coming up. It is Happy Hour, broadcasting live from the Sandusky Thumb Festival Fireman's Beverage and Entertainment tent. And no one's more connected to what's going on here, and really right in Sandusky in general, than our good friend Todd Hillman, a man of many hats, truly. He's the owner of Elk Street Brewery here in lovely Denver. Adam has raved about their Rubens for years.
Oh my God, they're amazing.
And I could go for a pint of their Sandtown Stout literally at any time. He's also, you're on the city council here.
Yes, I am.
You're still the fire chief here?
I said this is a pretty nice shirt of that. I'll let you know. I live right here.
I don't think anyone would blame you. As much work as it takes for you to get this whole thing up and going, like, can give everyone a little bit of an idea of like all the work that goes into just getting
That's the main thing. This
help.
little short round
tent set up for this thing every year.
I got to say I got a good crew. And no, there's a lot to it. We start planning right off the bat, about January. We got to get tents and bands and go listen to bands and make sure we're doing the right thing. And I mean, there's a lot of pieces in this thing to make it happen.
Oh, yeah. I'm just looking at this tent here. Big cement blocks. I just want to know them in here.
Well, actually, we get this from a company down in Clinton Township called Walls Tent. And they come in and set this up, and there was 3 extremely large boxes.
Logistically, how do you get it?
And they went out and had this up in about 4 hours.
They brought those cement things just manpower?
Probably about 15 guys. 4 hours.
It's
this neat little green thing.
Oh, okay.
All my guys wanted to drive it.
Oh, who doesn't want to drive the Gator? Like that's everyone's like favorite job. Everyone wants to drive the Gator.
Big Gator. But but they did that. It turned out really great. They did a great job with this tent.
It does. Like even the tent itself. Like I've been saying all day, 0% chance of rain inside the beer tent, and man, they give you the the grade A stuff out here for sure.
Oh yeah, and the one reason for this is they get a little upset when we pound stakes through the brand new street.
Oh. They tend to not like that. Yeah, Sandusky's kind of been under construction for like the last 2 years.
So we have to have a tent that's freestanding, self-supporting, and it's basically a house. I mean, the way it's built with trusses and everything.
Oh yeah, this would stand a lot.
Yep, it sure does.
That it does. So, of course, the beer tent, all the proceeds from this go to the Sandusky Fire Association. Tell us about what exactly, because you'd be the guy who knows because you're the fire chief. What exactly does the association do? What's that money going to? What all is being done with that, What are you guys doing, for the community with that money?
And how do people donate if they can't make it to the beer tent?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. First of all, it's the Sandusky Firefighter Association. It was formed many years ago, and we use this fund to help buy additional equipment up and above what our budget calls for. We bought a Gator. We bought a skid unit to put in the back. We bought special jacks and things for vehicle extrication. We bought a lot of stuff over the years through the funds that's been purchased or funds that we've raised from here. And as far as donations, if somebody would love to give us a donation, we would love to take it.
Just come down here and have a beer or 5 or 10 at the beer tent tonight.
5 or 10, yeah, there you go. There you go. Now, this is a big event for us, and all my guys are very community-minded, and who else is going to start this on a Thursday at noon? And these guys are probably going to be on this street until Sunday at noon.
Wow.
It's a commitment. They run home for a few hours and take a little nap or whatever need be, and they're back at it.
It's a massive undertaking, no doubt. Like that they're giving their weekend up to come and set all this stuff up. Like it's really kind of a testament to the crew that you've got out here, and really that you are able to rally them up to want to come out here and do it.
Yeah, it's been a good thing. I've been at it for almost 40 years now. We've had beer tents, so.
Wow.
It started out at Doorfield, and from there it moved up behind Liberty Lanes, and it was up there for a number of years. And then, what do we say, 2017, I think we decided to come downtown, and we had to go to this nice special tent, and
there you go.
Here we are, and I think it was the greatest move we ever made.
I agree personally. Working 100 feet or so away from here, I couldn't agree more. Really, why we didn't put this here in the first place, I have no idea. So we've got to talk about your other gig, your other gig here.
Which one?
As you are the proprietor of Elk Street Brewery.
Down.
Yeah, I know that really doesn't narrow it down much.
Yeah.
The brewery located conveniently outside these very tent walls here. How long now have you been operating that?
Almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in October that we've took it over, and it's been a good run. Last year was a little crazy, but this year's a good run. So.
Oh, well, I imagine it got a little crazy with all the construction and everything, but you guys have somehow managed to persevere for through all of that, and really opening, kind of in the midst of COVID and everything.
Yeah.
And it seems like you've come out pretty strong on the other side.
We have, and I'm very proud of my crew there too. Again, it's not me; it's the crew that I got working for me. And
so
they do a great job.
So you've obviously brought out a couple beers today to the beer tent that'll be available for purchase later.
Absolutely.
What are those? Tell us all about them.
We got our famous Thumb Festival beer, which is called Firehose 13. The only time that Aaron, my son, who is my brewmaster, makes that beer is for Thumb Fest.
Oh, wow.
So he makes a batch of her, and this is where we debut it, and then we'll take it inside until it's gone. And then the other one we got is the Hook and Ladder IPA. That's been a great seller there.
I don't think I've ever actually had the Hook and Ladder. I might have to try that later, too.
You will.
I always look forward to my annual glass of Firehouse 13, but
Yeah.
I might have to sample a little bit of the other as well. So
Absolutely.
that's any other new brews in the works over back at the main location here?
No, we're just trying to stay up with things, and business has been good. We've had our issues trying to keep up with beer now and then. I guess that's a good problem.
I can think of worse problems to have.
Absolutely. But no, he's doing a great job. He's reaching out and reaching some new formulas, and he took off. There he is right there. There's the brewmaster right there. And
He's not even paying attention to us.
no, he's not. I think he totally ignored us on purpose.
I have a feeling he's not one for Mike time, is he?
No, but he took off and went down to Asheville, North Carolina, which is a big brewery town.
Oh, wow.
He spent 3 or 4 days down there just traveling around and hitting breweries and having conversations. And he brought some pretty nice recipes.
Nice.
So we'll be dabbling in them in the next few months.
Very cool.
Yep.
You don't traditionally think of North Carolina as being like the brewery capital. I mean, obviously here we're spoiled in Michigan. Is like you could throw a rock and hit a brewery anywhere around here.
Absolutely.
Well, they like their beer in Asheville because it was actually Budweiser named them Beer City, USA, about 15 years ago.
So you're going to ignore us? Yep. Look at there. He's going to walk by and act like we're not even talking to him.
So you're saying Hook and Ladder IPA tastes just like Busch Light? Is that right?
Oh.
He's not even looking.
You probably don't want him to.
That might be fighting words right there, man. I'll go around messing with no firefighters. That is not recommended. And I know, speaking of Mike time and things like that, I know you guys do a fair amount of like live entertainment over at Elk Street as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We try, well, during the winter we kind of back down a little bit, but in the summer now we're going every Thursday night at 6 o'clock. From 6 to 9 we got live entertainment in there. And actually the girl tomorrow night, Blue Sky, that's coming into play at 6.
Oh, we were very familiar with her.
Oh, yeah.
She usually comes into our brewery a few times a year and plays there with her and one other guy.
Oh, yeah. Wyatt.
Yeah,
really
yeah,
great guy.
yeah.
Absolutely. Great band. Fantastic. I mean, a little bit of country, a little bit of rock. I mean, they're all kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
with
they
the
really
full
are.
band
Yep, they do a
situation.
really good job.
They really are. It's quite impressive. And apparently you guys are you've got quite a fantastic food menu over there. I mean, obviously we got Nikki's Kitchen in the beer tent, but if you're looking for something a little bit different, you guys have some of the I would say the best food in Sandusky.
Nice sit-down restaurant, great atmosphere. You walk in and you just see the bar, a couple tables, but then it opens up like off to the right. I mean, place just keeps on going.
Yep, absolutely. We're pretty proud of the place we've got. We've decorated it in the fire theme because we're all firemen.
Sure.
And we've moved forward, and it's just got a. I have to say this, I guess, but it's just got a really cool ambiance to it.
Yeah, it does.
It's just kind of neat. Everybody always says that, and we've had people traveling from all over the place lately coming up to see us.
Good,
so
as well it should be.
Everything's.
I know we've
really
talked it up quite a bit. Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate that. But yeah, as far as our food menu, we try to give a good meal at a good value. And
I would say you absolutely succeed at that. Adam, I'll let Adam take this part because he always raves about it a lot.
I judge a restaurant by how they do a Reuben, because a Reuben is a simple thing, but you can mess it up. I've had it. I've seen it happen. But Elk Street Brewing has the best Reuben I've ever had. It's like a full slab of prime rib, and it's slow roasted.
Oh, prime rib. Where are you?
Prime rib.
Corned beef, you mean?
Corned beef.
See, guys,
Corned
you don't
beef.
even know what he's eating.
I'm just hungry.
I mean, speaking of prime rib, I do want to sample their French dip one of these nights, too.
Yeah, corned beef. Oh, yeah. It is fantastic.
Yep, that's one thing that we take a pride in with our Reuben is we got a nice slab of corned beef that goes on, and it's a good half-inch thick.
Oh, yeah.
And none of this shaved corned beef or anything like that. It's a chunk of meat. And it's got a good pile of sauerkraut on top of it, some Swiss cheese, and some marbled rye bread. And,
I don't know how many times I order a Reuben and it shows up on white bread. I'm like, come on.
That's not even right.
That's blasphemy.
Rye is really the only way to go.
Yep.
So when you're cooking up that stuff, and I know because we kind of I worked at a brewery years ago. We did like corned beef and pulled pork and whatnot. Do you cook anything over there with the Elk Street beer, like for that or for your?
Like make a good fish with it or something.
There are several of our recipes that we include beer into it.
Nice.
Yep, several of them.
As it should be. Best way to do it.
Yep.
I know you're a busy man. You've got a lot of stuff to get doing down here. But before we let you go, is anything else that we haven't touched on that you want to make sure everyone knows when they head down here?
Well, I just need to make sure everybody knows that the place is open, and we're going to be here tomorrow all day. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. We're supposed to do Stein holding at 7, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. I haven't seen the list yet to see how many signed up for it. So we'll play that out.
Well, here's one right near.
There's one.
I'm entering the thing this year.
By the way, the record holder is here.
Right over there. Stand here?
Right over.
Really?
The stand, the man grab it.
Straight over in the blue shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, clearly he's coming to defend the title, so that means I really better step my game up tonight then.
Yeah.
If I'm going to defend the honor of the radio station.
Oh, yeah.
You better grab a pill.
Well, Todd, we think
that was a slow burn. I got that one, yeah.
they take a minute, but we catch up eventually. So on that note, Todd, thank you so much for joining us. We'll make sure to maybe stop over across to Elk Street here before we're all said and done this weekend, and definitely going to be getting a hold of you for some of that Firehouse 13 before we're done here tonight.
Okay. Well, hey, guys, thanks for doing this. I appreciate you stopping in here at the tent, and have a good night. Thanks, Eddie, and all you guys for a good deal.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time, my friend. We'll hit a quick break. We'll come back and close this thing out next. It is Happy Hour, live from the Sandusky Thumb Festival Fireman's Beverage and Entertainment Tent, right here on the Voice of the Thumb, WMIC 660 and 95.3 FM. Speaking of Michigan-made music, some local boys right there. Taproot bringing us back from the break. Thanks, by the way, to Nick Lean, who's holding the fort down back at home base, making it look like we almost are professionals and stuff, even though, let's be honest, everyone knows we are absolutely not.
Just imagine he's not even sitting down. He's just like standing up at the computer, looking like like they're trying to land a plane.
Heck, you talk about he
doesn't even know what they're doing up there.
But by the end of this thing, he'll just be sitting rocking back and forth in the corner, wondering where his life went so horribly
I picked a wrong day to stop sniffing glue.
You'd almost feel sorry for him, but he knew what he was getting himself into when he joined us.
I need some black coffee now. I'm going to land these guys.
And somehow, thus far, he has.
Yes.
So I guess it's, about that time of the week, depending on if phone service will work or not. If not, I might need Eddie to talk. Oh, wait. Never mind. That phone's being used for Facebook things. So it's about that time of the week, though, where we pause a little bit from talking about the Tigers and things of that nature and, sports stuff to maybe try and change lives, maybe even for the better.
if time permits.
But probably not for the better. Yes, it is once again time for the stupidest thing we do on this show, but yet my favorite thing we do on this show. Sean and Adam's Unsolicited Advice, where real people with real problems submit real questions to real advice columnists. Unfortunately for them, we get our hands on them. We intercept. And quite frankly, I think we do better at giving advice than the people who get paid to do this nonsense for a living.
Now, we are actually bringing in a ringer, too, because it's usually just you and I, Sean. But today, it looks like Eddie's got the headset on, so it looks like we're going to be bringing him off the bench.
I'll do my best.
All right.
So what you're saying is that there's a chance that someone might actually get good advice today?
I actually listen to a lot of your guys' advice on Mondays and Fridays, and I don't know why Mrs. Fury is so mad at me all the time when I follow that advice.
Well, clearly you weren't listening closely enough because I advise you to cut off all contact.
Yeah, that's usually Sean's
and you haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
So clearly, he's listening to the advice. It's the taking it part that
implementing,
is not
executing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's the implementing part that sometimes kind of gets in the way a little bit, admittedly.
Sure.
And in fact, because we're having such a good time out here at.
But he's listening to the advice. I'm like, I'm not getting on Tinder. Nope, not doing that. Nope, no, I'm not going to
do that.
Yeah. Well, good. That faking my own death. No, probably not going to do that. Sounds like a lot of work.
Sounds like too much work, in fact.
Yeah. So
I'm going to ask him on this one here. I know we you and I did this on Monday, but as it turns out, that's the fun of maybe trying to maintain an internet connection. Is sometimes you have to go back to the old trough more often than you'd like.
Sure.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I have one that will actually, I think, fit.
Okay.
Dear somebody who cares, I'm a department head at a university, and I'm struggling to navigate a deeply toxic relationship with my dean. She's married to another department head in our college, and she consistently shows favoritism towards this department.
Of course.
While that's problematic, the larger issue is her leadership style, which is demoralizing and self-serving. She regularly belittles faculty and staff, both publicly and privately, and seems to make decisions based solely on how they benefit her career or image. If a proposal flatters her or boosts her visibility, it's approved. If it benefits students or faculty without spotlighting her, it's dismissed or ignored.
Oh, man.
One particularly humiliating incident occurred when we attended an event at another university. I was invited to a deans-only gathering by another dean, as were several other non-deans, but my dean publicly scolded me for attending and later berated me in private, accusing me of overstepping. I tried to explain the context, but she wouldn't hear it. I want to support my department, my colleagues, and students, but I feel like I'm constantly walking on eggshells. I'm also concerned about retaliation if I speak up. How do I protect myself and my department while dealing with someone who seems to thrive on control and intimidation?
Wow.
Lots to unpack here.
I mean, has this woman never seen like Animal House or Revenge of the Nerds? Bad things happen to deans who start messing with people. I don't understand what's going on here. Has National Lampoon shown us nothing?
National Lampoon can show you a lot. It's the are you willing to learn?
Yeah. I mean, I've had situations where bad leadership can really ruin a good thing. I've had situations where if somebody's getting berated in public, multiple people will say at that time, hey, you're overstepping your bounds. Why don't you back off a little bit? Show like a unionized front against this monster.
So what Adam is saying is unionize.
Unionize, absolutely. The answer is usually to unionize. Eddie, you want to chime in on this one?
Well, you mentioned Animal House. You definitely should wear underwear underneath your toga.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
the most important advice and totally relevant to this.
Yeah, no reason to get HR involved in this, are there?
And since, she's married or going out with the faculty member.
Yes.
Allow smoking indoors. You can get away with that way too much, and that's a big no-no.
I mean, there's a conflict of interest, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, it could be if you, depending, since we're speaking of Animal House, how many keg stands you're willing to do. So,
the answer, all of them.
Okay.
And getting berated in public for showing up at a party that you were invited to. Shut up.
Do not bring Milwaukee's best.
Do not bring Milwaukee's best. No. Absolutely not.
There's nothing wrong with it, but still. A keg? No.
You're a dean. You can afford better.
At least go up to Bush.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. This isn't a Keystone Light party, man. Come on.
There are more important things to budget for. It's the best brand beer on kegs.
It's not a Keystone party, but if you're lucky enough beer, it becomes a key party.
Don't get the NA version either. So.
No. Don't fall for that trick again. I drank 30 of these things and I still can drive. Dang it.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know really what to do. I mean, is there anybody above her? I would say talk to this person.
I would assume so. There has to be someone above. They're not, completely unilaterally the person in charge here. You've got to be able to go up. Go to the Board of Trustees. There's someone up the ladder that you can go to.
Yep. And then other than that, I mean, that's not the only college in the world, right? Go to another college.
Right? It's not there's this, college jobs just floating around just like growing on trees, really.
Yeah, Indeed.com has a whole nother page just for deans.
Exactly. Come on.
I get asked every day, are you a dean? We would need some help.
That's what CMU is for,
Oh, good
right?
Lord.
I mean, look what CMU can do. They can create a Detroit Tigers pitcher that goes 5 innings and wins us a game.
They can also create a video coach that will go and spy on other teams. Yeah, that's They do all sorts of things.
That's Michigan.
Well, they'll let Michigan coach onto the sideline just apparently is for the heck of it, playing Where's Waldo. Apparently that's the kind of quality education you get up at Central. I really should probably check myself because I'm pretty sure Nick went to Central, and all of a sudden this show is just going to go off they're going to cut the music real quick.
It sounds like the Chippewa fight song. What is that?
What's going on there, I wonder? Craziest thing, man. All right, so that having been said, let's go to the Board of Trustees and let's move on to the next letter, shall we?
Okay.
Dear, maybe Eddie will be able to save this bit. My wife and I are in a dispute over something which I think she shouldn't have any say over. I love to eat sardines. Back when we were dating, I gave them up because I'd had more than one relationship end because the woman I was with was disgusted by the smell. A couple months into our marriage, I decided it was time to go back to eating them, figuring a marriage would be harder to walk away from. My wife would just accept that this was something she would have to tolerate. We'll put a pin in that. We'll get back to that part.
Yeah.
Turns out I was wrong. It's been 4 months now, and she's telling me she's about reached her limit. She had the nerve to tell me either to eat them in an enclosed room with an air purifier or go eat them outside and put the cans straight into the trash. I don't tell her what foods to eat or how and where to eat them, so I expect to be shown the same courtesy. I don't think I should have to go to extensive lengths just to enjoy a food I love in my own home. How can I get her to see reason?
Give you first crack at
You're
this.
married too.
Yeah,
so
I'm married.
Sean,
No,
you're asking a guy who's got more experience?
No,
or
I
what?
I usually hog these kind of things, and I'm chomping at the bit. I want to go, so I'm giving you as our guest first crack at this.
Okay, well, I had an ex-girlfriend I broke up with because of the sardines.
Really?
It smelled like sardines, and it's not because of what she ate. But, hence I met my wife. Now, me and her fight over her eating pickles all the time.
Okay.
What's wrong with pickles?
I just don't, I have a thing, I don't like kissing a girl after pickles. So
Okay.
now the daughter eats pickles now, taking after mom.
Oh no.
So, but I gave in, I let her do her thing, and right now it's probably the happiest marriage so far in the last 2 years.
Right.
The happiest marriage you've had in the last 2 years? Well, that's fantastic. And I'm glad to hear that for you.
I
Eddie.
gave her the
I'm
pickles.
happy for you.
I gave her the pickles, and I gave her the grilled cheese, peanut butter, and banana sandwiches.
Oh wow, you're really
So I went all out.
you know
Such a
exactly what's
magnanimous fella.
But
And she does like sardines, so I gave in at that point there, too. So.
this letter writer, I mean, how are you eating these sardines? That's gross, and you've lost multiple relationships with. How are you eating them? Are you just kind of like getting a couple cans, put them in the bathtub, and smothering yourself in them? I mean, what are we talking about here?
Apparently, whatever it is particularly bad.
I have 8 sardines in my house, and you didn't have to fumigate the home. Where is he? Is this some sort of imported German sardines that just permeate the entire neighborhood?
Well, that's why you never microwave fish.
Yeah.
Right. I think the bigger problem here, though, is I don't know if you noticed there that he'd said something to the effect that, I just didn't eat them until 4 months in. Once she was trapped, I decided I was going to do this to her. That's where I think we have a little bit of a problem.
Well, we're not talking about him saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, I have a second family." It's a canned meat. It's canned fish. It's not that big.
It
of a
also
deal.
smells terrible.
It does, but I mean, you're not going to destroy a marriage because of it.
I probably would have gotten that far in the relationship had I known.
Does she come home and he's just in a beanbag, just smothered in sardines, just like, shut the door, you're letting the stink out.
I'll give you, for example, here, if either one of us in this relationship with me and Rach like sauerkraut, the other would not have continued on in the relationship. I am telling you, I'm not even kidding about this. Dead serious, that's how that would have gone.
Awesome.
Real quick, we're kind of running short on time here. Nick, go ahead and fire the music here as we got a little bit of housekeeping to do in our weekly attempt to cleanse our souls. I believe Happy Hour needs to apologize to at least Mrs. Fury, possibly Dorothy, and really everyone here at the Sandusky Thumb Festival for being subjected to this crap from us.
Apologies to sardines, too.
No, sardines don't deserve our apologies. That's not happening. What's wrong with you?
I want to go home and buy some sardines now.
On that note, stick around here if you haven't made it out to Thumb Fest tonight. Make it out tonight. We've got live music for Rebel Line at 9 o'clock. Stein holding contest coming up next. In the meantime, Jesse Kelly coming up after ABC News covers the world at 7 o'clock on WMIC AM and W237 EQ FM Sandusky.